Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is your guide to the Marcus pet battle on Argus. I'm going to start with a quick strat to beat him for your world quest, and then run through strategies for every single pet family for progress on the Family Fighter achievement. Marcus lives here on Macquarie. I'm probably saying his name wrong, and that's okay because he's an NPC and he doesn't have feelings. First up, the fast lineup for doing your world quest. This will also double as the flying strat. My first pet is a docile Skyfin with Slicing Wind, Wild Magic, and Predatory Strike. Second is Icky with Black Claw and Flock, and third I've got a Pterodax Hatchling with Slicing Wind. Starting with the Skyfin, throw down a Wild Magic and heal pull in your Icky. Use Black Claw, and then Flock. After Icky dies, the Pterodax Hatchling comes out and we'll use Slicing Wind. If that doesn't kill him, we've still got that Predatory Strike waiting in the wings with our Skyfin. Next up, Aquatic. My first slot is a Spawn of Gnathus with Swallow You Whole and Thunderbolt, second is an Emperor Crab or Magical Crawdad with Surge and Whirlpool, and third is a Gulp Froglet with Swarm. Start with the eel, pass, and he brings in the crab. Use Surge, then Whirlpool, then Surge. The Surge animation is still a little buggy, but it'll go off eventually. The Gulp Froglet comes back and we'll use Swarm. After a bit of that, Spawn of Gnathus comes back. Use Thunderbolt, then Swallow You Whole. Consider him swallowed. It's critter time. I'm using 3 rabbits, each one with 357 speed, and set up with Flurry, Dodge, and Stampede. Start with Dodge, then Stampede. He's going to absolutely wreck you with that first pounce, and that's fine. On the second rabbit, use Dodge, then Flurry, then Stampede. When he swaps in your third rabbit, start with Flurry, and then Dodge, then Stampede. On our final sliver of a bunny, use Dodge, and then Flurry twice to win. Next, Elemental. My first pet is a Frigid Frostling or any elemental pet with Surge, using Surge. Second is a Tiny Twister with Wild Winds, Bash, and Call Lightning, and third is a Crazy Carrot with Iron Bark and Blistering Cold. Your Tiny Twister must have more health than your carrot. Starting with my Frostling, I'll use Surge and then he pulls in my Twister. Use Call Lightning, then Bash, then Wild Winds before he ports in your carrot. Go Blistering Cold, then Iron Bark, then pass and he brings back the Twister. Same thing, Call Lightning, Bash, Wild Winds. At this point he brings back the Frostling, but all he has to do is witness. We're done. Next is Humanoid. My first slot is Squirky with Stampede and Bubble. Second, I'm using an Ash Leaf Spriteling with Poisoned Branch, Wild Magic, and Entangling Roots. Third is a Thistle Leaf Adventurer with Bite and Dazzling Dance. Start with Squirky, pass, and he brings in the Adventurer. Use Dazzling Dance, then Bite twice. He brings in the Spriteling. Use Wild Magic, then Poisoned Branch, then Entangling Roots. Void Portal brings in Squirky, who goes for Stampede. I guess I didn't need Bubble. Next, we'll do Mechanical. My first slot is a Pocket Cannon, but this could really be a whatever, it doesn't do anything. Second is a Draenei Micro Defender with Reflective Shield and Ion Cannon, and third is the Cogblade Raptor, preferably with less health than the Micro Defender. If it's an even 1400, you might have the wrong pet Void Portaled in. Start with the cannon, pass, and he brings in the Micro Defender. Use Reflective Shield, then Ion Cannon. That does some work, and the Cogblade Raptor comes in. Use Overtune, and then batter twice. That's it. Next is Beast, and this one's a classic. The first slot is a Cheetah Cub with Screech, followed by the Zandalari Ankle Render and Indeed Biter with Black Claw and Hunting Party. Start with the Cheetah and use Screech. A Zandalari comes in and will Black Claw, then Hunting Party. Void Portal brings in the third pet, and one more Hunting Party sorts it out. If you only have one Zandalari Raptor, you could use almost any beast in the third slot as long as it has a damage move and less health than your Raptor. Next, we'll do Dragonkin. My first slot is a Life Exchange Dragon with Life Exchange, which today is a Nether Fairy Dragon. Second is Crominius with Howl and Surge of Power, and third is the Stormborn Whelpling with Call Lightning and Thunderbolt. I'll start with the Fairy Dragon, pass the turn, and he pulls in Crominius. Swap back to the Fairy Dragon and use Life Exchange. Pass the turn and he brings Crominius back. Use Howl, then Surge of Power. Void Portal brings in the Stormborn Whelp and will use Call Lightning and then Thunderbolt. Up next is Magic. My first pet is a Sapphire Cub with Pounce and Screech. Second is an Extinguished Eye or any eye pet with more health than your Nether Space Abyssal using Psychic Blast, Eye Blast, and Interrupting Gaze. Third, the aforementioned Nether Space Abyssal with Immolate, Explode, and Meteor Strike. Start with the Blue Kitty and use Screech, and then he pulls in your eye. Use Interrupting Gaze, then Psychic Blast, then Eye Blast. Void Portal brings in your Abyssal. use Immolate, then Meteor Strike. After that animation figures itself out, he Void Portals back your iPet. Another Interrupting Gaze, then Eye Blast, then Psychic Blast. The Sapphire Cub swings back in and will pounce, then Screech. Kitty dies and will bring out the Nether Space Abyssal and end the fight with Explode. Last, we have Undead. My first slot is a Ghastly Kid with Diseased Bite, Ethereal, and Haunt. Second is Blight Breath with Toxic Smoke, and third is a Blighted Squirrel with Stampede. You could use that other squirrel or the Marionette in that third slot as long as it has less health than Blight Breath. Start with the Goat and use Ethereal, then Diseased Bite, then Haunt. Bring in Blight Breath and use Toxic Smoke, then he Void Portals in the squirrel. Use Stampede, and that'll continue for a few rounds until he portals back in your Blight Breath. Toxic Smoke just once and he's Toxic Toast. So that's Family Fighter Marcus. If it hadn't been for Family Fighter, I'm not sure I even would have found this guy. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for the rest of the Family Fighter guides and other super cool WoW videos. Let me know what you think, share your own strategies in the comments if you like, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!